April 3rd. April 3rd. This is the last big update for the game World War III. April 28th, they announced a publishing agreement with My.Games, along with some quality assurance testing. May 8th, they had an AMA, which gave us absolutely nothing. And finally, December 24th, 2019 was when we last saw the movement update. Since then, pretty much radio silence. There hasn't been a whole lot of communication with the devs, and I really wanted to talk about this because I think this is a good idea. As annoying as it is, as frustrating as it is for people, I think the devs are doing a good thing. Now, we're going to talk about what's coming in the full release here and when that is. Well, actually, let me just do that now. I have a stock report from My.Games to their shareholders. They mentioned World War III very briefly here, and I'll link this down below if this is your kind of thing to look at. My.Games will act as a global publisher of the World War III shooter, with a partnership agreement signed with the Farm 51 studio in Q2. My.Games will assist in further updates of the game towards its final version expected in 2021. Sorry boys, 2021 is when this game looks like it's going to come out, not Christmas. And I also don't think we're going to get any new updates to this, because the best thing that the Farm 51 can do right now is make everyone forget about their game. You see, here's the cycle of death that this World War III game has been through. Obviously, it released too soon. The game was not ready. I'm sure that the devs would tell you that. They tried to play on the momentum of the battlefield. You know, if you don't like it, don't buy it. I get that. They tried to really push for that, but the game just wasn't ready. The servers weren't ready. It just was in a bad state, so it left a bad taste in everyone's mouth. And so as the game continued to get updated, people would come back for the next 2 weeks, and then the player numbers would drop again. And they would come back for the next 2 weeks, and the player numbers would drop again. And with early access being somewhat of a giant quality assurance test in itself, there wasn't a whole lot to go off of. All those people that came back, it's not like they were all going on and sharing bugs, sharing design elements that they wish would change. Now some did, some still probably do that, so hats off to you guys, but the player numbers just weren't there. Now you can actually get on and play right now. Most of the time you can hop into a server with 30 people as long as you're in the EU or NA. You can still hop on. But with those kind of numbers, it's really hard to develop a game because you're not getting a ton of feedback. Also, every time they release an update and it's still buggy, the bad taste stays in people's mouths. So they want people to forget their game. And I think this is a good strategy. If they stay quiet enough, if they don't talk about their game, if they don't update it, no one's going to play it. And then they can have this giant release. They can pour a ton into marketing, and then the game will succeed. I think that's a last-ditch effort there. I think the publishing partnership is definitely going to help, and I think that this is the right strategy. So on that note, don't expect your 0.9 update. Don't expect the movements until this full release. Because I swear, maybe 3 or 4 times a week, people are coming in and asking if the game has been updated. You'll know when the game is updated. I can almost guarantee it. None of this obviously is confirmed by the devs, but it's not coming, right? You're just not going to get it. You might as well accept that now. And then if it does come, then you'll be pleasantly surprised. I do actually have some information of what's coming in the final game, other than the movement updates. If you look at the server browser, I got this off the forums. We've got some interesting names. So there are a few maps that I guess by this are confirmed coming in the full release. Tokyo, Japan, the Korean DMZ, Dunhuang, China, Katowice, Poland. So these maps, while we did know that the Asian theater is coming, it looks like 3 pieces of an Asian theater. These will be coming in the full release, and you can expect that, I guess. Also, as you can see, there's a TDM large with 40 players. So 20 versus 20, I think that'll be interesting. And then they have this HVT game mode. So the HVT game mode, I have this screenshot here. I don't know if this is supposed to be up, but it's up. It's a 5v5 infantry only. You have to find the HVT, which is a high-value target, and take it to the transmission zone, or kill all the enemies to win a round. So somewhat like their search and destroy. Team with 3 rounds takes the win. You get 1 life each, and you get 2 spawns per team. You can revive the allies using dog tags. I assume that's what that means. The HVT is spawned randomly at the start of the round, and the map location is just approximate. Like, you get the gist. It's a somewhat of a search and destroy. It's just the HVT is in different areas. So that leaves us with, right now, we have Warzone, Breakthrough, which is in the game. If you didn't know, there's a game mode called Breakthrough. RECON is supposed to show up somewhere. I don't think that we'll ever get to test that before the release. That is their non-battle royale, team deathmatch, and this HVT, this tactical mode, which I did mention they need to have a tactical mode there, somewhat of a a competitive mode. If you watch this video above, you'll see what I think World War III needs to be a AAA experience. But that makes 5 game modes there. Hopefully they add back in Warzone Large, because that was what we have now, except more giant. Hopefully their servers can handle it. They switched to Linux, they did a bunch of back-end stuff throughout these updates. We'll just have to see. So that's what we got. That's all the information we know so far. That's addressing some of the radio silence from them. I don't blame them. I really don't. I think that's probably the best route at this point, because otherwise you're just going to get people annoyed with your game. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. I still love this game. I enjoy it. I want it to succeed. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. What do you guys think about this whole 2021 release? What do you think about the radio silence? And how do you think the game is going to release? Do you think it's going to be free to play? Let me know down below. Alright, Tactical Gamers, that pretty much wraps up this video. So if you like the video, feel free to give it a like, subscribe, all that jazz. You know the drill. As always, I appreciate all the support that you give me. You guys are awesome. You guys have a good week. Stay safe out there. And I'll see you on the battlefield. Take care.
Area Alpha is under our control. Enemy radars are being jammed. Enemies have overrun the Alpha area. Our units are taking hold of Objective Charlie 1.